We're here at IAV 2020 and I'm speaking to Thomas Lattman, Director Sales, General Dynamics European Land Systems. Eagle, General Dynamics European Land Systems product, has been in the news quite recently with a sale to the Swiss Army. Could you tell us a little bit about that sale and a little bit about the specific variant of Eagle that you are going to deliver to Switzerland, which I believe is a 6x6, and they are the first customer for that?
That's basically correct, yes. The Eagle 6x6 is the latest member of our family of vehicles for the Eagle platform. We started out a couple of years ago with a 4x4, and now we saw that we can extend the vehicle in the length and with a third axle. And the Swiss have now made the first step for a serial contract. They ordered actually last year or signed a contract last year. And now the Eagle 6x6 for the Swiss will be a reconnaissance vehicle that has basically a four-man cabin which is highly protected. But in the back they will have a shelter for cargo, and they have also a big mast system which will be extendable to the height with a sensor suite on top of it. And yeah, we are very pleased with this contract now.
And are there any numbers you can give me for that contract? Quantities, maybe delivery timeline? Has a value been given?
There is a value to the contract, and we will launch it with 100 vehicles for the beginning. There are some options that we can extend it. With regards to the lead times, we have a pretty slow start, but the serial production will start in about 2 years from now, and that's also when we start to deliver to the Swiss Army.
And as you say, this is a 6x6 platform, which is essentially a stretched 4x4. Are there any technical differences between the 4x4 and the 6x6? Just apart from the extra axle, does the 6x6 have a bigger engine or a different transmission or that sort of thing?
Remarkably, there's a very high commonality. At the beginning was our goal to keep these vehicles as common as possible. So about 90% of the components and parts which we use for the vehicle are the same. Obviously, the most big components like the cabin is a different one, the chassis is a different one, but all the gearboxes, the shafts, the wheels, the brake system is the same what we already have used on the 4x4. And the 4x4 has been deployed with NATO countries to missions in Afghanistan, so it's a combat-proven technology what we use for the 6x6. It's just a bigger vehicle with more of the same. And
you say Eagle is combat proven, and one of its users who has deployed with Eagle is Denmark, and I believe Denmark is currently receiving a batch of Eagle 5. Could you bring us up to speed with that product and that project, please?
Yeah, Danish are a very important customer to us. They have basically all our products from the Duro to the Eagle and the Piranha for many years already. And the contract specifically now for the Eagle 5 was signed back in 2017. It is a framework contract, and they have an option to order different variants and different quantities within this framework contract. So the first 36 vehicles, which are a patrol configuration, have been ordered and delivered to the Danish, and right now we are in discussion about the follow-on contract. There are a few open questions which we have to solve in terms of what exactly they need or quantity-wise for the different variants.
And while this is perhaps a little bit crystal ball, is there any possibility that the Danish will look towards a 6x6 Eagle as part of their option?
I believe yes. They already operate the Duro, which is also a 6x6 vehicle. They have seen, let's say, the size, the volume of the cabin. They know the pros and cons of a 6x6 vehicle. And we, from our side, obviously would love to have a second customer for the 6x6 variants. And we push that. We talk about it, explain the pros and cons. and I believe that this is a viable option for the Danish as well.
And we mentioned second customer for the 6x6. The possibility there, should the project move along with a bit of speed, is of course the UK's MRVP requirement, for which I think it's quite well known that an Eagle 6x6 is one of 2 remaining contenders. Is there anything you can tell us about that programme at the moment?
Yeah, it's true. 2 competitors left. We have a long phase of negotiations and preparing offers, talking to the customer about this Eagle 6x6. They have actually requested 2 variants, a troop carrier and an ambulance vehicle. And we believe that within the next couple of weeks, months, we will get a decision. At least that's what we heard last time when we met them. I think our offer for that program is a very balanced offer, because we leverage the experience and know-how from the Swiss company GDL's MOVAC, which is the OEM of the vehicle, with the experience from GD Land Systems in UK. They have already developed ambulance vehicles for the UK Army, and by combining these 2 expertises, we believe that we have a viable and good offer in the race, and obviously we hope that we will make the race.
And with regard to the UK's MRVP requirement, there is very little, almost nothing currently public domain about any UK content, the UK footprint for the Eagle if it were to be selected for MRVP. Is there anything you can tell us about any UK content, any UK footprint within your offer to the MOD?
Yeah, as I already explained before, the 2 companies, GDL's MOVAC in Switzerland and GD Land Systems UK, we cooperate on this. And I can tell so much that the baseline vehicle will come from Switzerland, but the final assembly and the integration of especially the ambulance variant will be made here in UK with GD Land Systems UK.
And is there an approximate percentage of vehicle value that will be UK content that you can share, or again, is that customer confidential at the moment?
I wouldn't like to share this information at this point of time.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.